Welcome up, guest. Are you 18 plus?
Yeah, I'm 25.
Wonderful. May we get your pronouns, please?
Yeah, I guess.
Pronouns, please.
Can you hear me?
We can. It sounds like there's a bit of an echo.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I disconnected from my computer.
Can you hear me? Hold on. Restart your app and come back.
That echo was crazy. Hi, Godwin.
I wouldn't say in full force today because she may have to end early to go hang out with her boyfriend.
Is
and
it
stuff.
better now? Sorry. But like
Yeah,
I was
much
connected to my
better.
speaker. Yeah, all right.
I didn't hear the pronouns he gave us. I'm sorry.
I said he.
He
Because I
got
think
it.
like.
And do you believe in a God?
Yeah.
And which one would that be?
Jesus.
Gotcha. So my friend Ace and my friend Sephiroth are going to have a conversation with you. That okay?
Of course.
Wonderful.
Do you believe this God is all good?
Do I believe Jesus is all good? Yeah.
Do you believe he's all knowing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Would that include women's anatomy?
Would it include women's anatomy?
Yeah. Would it include women's anatomy?
So you're asking, is women's anatomy all good?
No, I'm asking if your God would know women's anatomy.
I'd assume so. He created it.
So would that mean he knows that not all women bleed their first time?
First time doing what?
Having sex.
Oh, what? Well, I'm not good at anatomy, so I don't really. I don't study that stuff. I think it's just not. It's not a thing for me, so I don't know. I never learned about it.
Okay. Well, let me give you a little bit of a lesson for you. 46% of women bleed their first time, which means 54% of women do not bleed their first time. Do you know what causes women to bleed their first time, or would you like me to explain it to you?
I think it's kind of weird, but you could go ahead.
Okay, first of all, do you ever plan on having children, or do you have children?
I have a son.
You do have a child, or you say you plan on having?
I said I have a son.
You have a son? Okay. Well, if you ever have a daughter, I feel really bad for her.
Why?
Because you're not you think it's weird to learn women's anatomy, but if you have a daughter, you're going to need to know women's anatomy to be able to fully help her understand.
Wait,
Because
let's say she won't have a mother?
let's say she starts her period and her mother's not there.
Mm-hmm. So then, what are you talking? Like, I don't get what you're asking me. So what if her mother's not there?
You would have to help her. Or do you just think if you have a daughter, it's all on the mother to explain everything, and you can't know anything?
I don't have an issue knowing stuff, but I think it would be her mother's job to teach her what women things are, because I'm not a woman. I'll teach my son what men things are, and then she would teach my daughter what women things are. I'd never had a period before, so I would know.
Well, there's still certain things you should learn before having a daughter.
If you talk about like buying tampons, I think they called, or like those stick things.
There's pads and tampons.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll get those. I don't have an issue. Like, I don't get the.
But okay, let's say her mother unalives at childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope it doesn't happen, but let's say that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to be the one to teach her. You can't just push it off on somebody else if the mother unalives and like unexpectedly, right?
Obviously not, but I could get a new wife. I don't get the problem. It's like, you trying to like make it like I have to be forced to know things about women that I genuinely don't. Like, I don't get it. It doesn't really make sense. It's the same thing. Like, I wouldn't expect my wife to be teaching my son how to be a dude or how to be a man or how to be a how to grow up to be a man. I wouldn't expect my wife to be
Women
teaching my
have to
son
do
that.
it every day.
Hmm?
Women have to do it every day. Men have to do it every day.
Some people, because they made bad decisions. So, but if we're gonna say like, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, wife, take care of my son and teach him how to be. Well, why would I do that? My wife is not a man.
What in the fuckity fuck did you just say?
You heard what I said. I said I would not be telling my wife to teach my son how to be a man because
No,
she's
no,
not.
no. Back up. Before that, you said that you would just go get another wife.
If my wife passed away,
Do you
yeah,
hear yourself?
I don't. If I pass away, I'd expect her to get another man so he could support her and my family. What the hell?
It's
Easily
a spouse is not a car.
What?
A spouse is not a car. You don't just go get another one. And it's your child. You don't know about the anatomy of about half of the human population.
Well, I'm not half. I'm not 100% of the human population. I'm just male. I don't know what a female body is like, or I mean, I
I
know
just
some.
said you don't know about the anatomy of half of the human population.
I guess not. I don't. I
You
barely
don't,
know.
how old
I
are
barely know
you?
about. I barely know
How
about
old
the
are you?
males. 25.
And you have a child?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not find this ridiculous?
I have a son.
How many
No,
holes do females have below the waist?
I don't know. 2.
You're ridiculous.
How?
You should be embarrassed.
Why?
Did you fuck the woman who gave birth to your child?
I think so.
You think so? You don't remember?
I mean, if I have a child, I'd assume like I fucked her, right?
No, I'm asking you, did you? I don't know with you. You don't know how many holes females have below the waist. I can't assume anything with you.
What the hell am I supposed? How? Why am I supposed to know that? And yes, I did fuck her.
Did you look down there? Did you feel down there? Did you investigate where anything goes? Did you watch her give birth? Have you ever seen porn?
I mean, I ate it. I ate it up. So
You
I
ate it up and you don't know how many holes there are?
No.
Layth, be careful with TOS.
Sorry. You are, and you're just
What's it
gonna
a
go get
problem?
robust. Let's pretend like you got stranded somewhere with your with your son, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And something happened that he didn't know anything about. Let's say let's say that he lost a hand, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You have 2 hands, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to learn about what it would be like to just have one hand and be able to help him manage life and figure all that out by yourself, even though you just had 2 hands?
You said we stranded on an island.
Yes.
I mean, I try to help him. I try to help him cope, but I wouldn't be able to teach him because I don't have. I have 2 hands. I don't have 1 hand, so I don't have to cope with it like that way.
You wouldn't be able to know about stuff? Like you wouldn't be able to figure out like, let me figure out how maybe he could do this or he could do that or I could make his life
Yeah,
easier or maybe
just
he wouldn't
told
be able to
you.
pick up things.
I just told you I would support him and be there for him, but does that mean like I will know exactly how he feels or what's going on? No, I wouldn't because I have 2 hands. But does that mean I'm not gonna help him? Yeah, I will help him.
So how would you help educate him about female bodies?
Well, when my son is a baby, I'm not teaching my son nothing about female bodies. Like what?
How old is he right now?
He's 4.
Okay. So let's add 11 years to that. He's 15. Now what?
Okay. I'd have him focus on sports and like stuff that dudes do. I wouldn't have my son focus on a female's body and then have him like become a perverted freak by the time he's 18.
How old were you when you first had sex?
Sadly, I was 16.
Okay, so let's pretend he's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not going to tell him anything about sex or females or women or anything like that?
I wish I could take it back. I wish I never did it.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your child.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me you're not going to talk to your 16-year-old child when you yourself fucked when you were 16 about females or women?
Like I said, I wish I could take it back. It was immoral. But when my son turns 16 or when he's growing up, I will definitely educate him not to like open himself up to stupidity. But does that mean like I'm gonna like tell them like, oh, this is how the woman's body work, and this is how you make her, finish or whatever? No, I'm not doing that.
Do you think that, okay, I have 3 boys and I'm a cis woman. Do you think I don't know how many holes a man has, a male has below his belt?
Why is that important? What the hell? Why is that important to you?
Because this is so dumb. You are a 25-year-old parent of a 4-year-old who has been sexually active for 9 years, and you don't know the anatomy of a little over half of the world's population, and you don't think there's a problem with that?
I don't think there's a problem with it. Why is there a problem with it? I don't get it.
Do you think that I should know anything about male anatomy?
I mean, it depends on how nitpicky you want to view with it, but I don't think so. It's not.
You don't think so? So if something doesn't directly affect you in your body and in your life, you don't think it's important to know anything about it?
I never said that.
Well, then how come you don't know anything about the female body?
I know females have boobs that go out their chest. I know females don't grow beards or mustaches.
That's not true.
Like when I say beard, I'm talking about the way male do. Of course, I know what you're saying,
That's
but like,
not true.
I've never seen a female with like a full
Where does a
blown beard
baby
or
grow? In what organ does a baby grow? You
there's a
should
name
be
for it.
embarrassed.
There's a name
You
for it,
should
but
be
I
really
forgot.
embarrassed about yourself.
Oh, also, I went to nursing school, by the way, so I should know.
You
this
went to
too.
no, you didn't fucking go to nursing school.
I did.
You did not. If you went to nursing school, you would know how many holes a female has below her waist. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
I would not pee on your leg. That's kind of weird.
It's
You got to be a troll. I don't.
It's a
You got to be a
saying.
troll.
Because I don't agree with you, I'm a troll. Okay, man.
Because you said you went to nursing school and you don't know anything about female anatomy. That would be me like that would be like me saying I'm a doctor. Okay, I'm a doctor, but I don't know about testicles. Makes 0 sense.
Yeah, but you understand, like nursing now. Well, I went for the LPN program. It's not like super in depth on everything, right?
It's
all
really
basic.
not super in depth if you don't know how many holes.
It's basic, actually.
So let me tell you. There's an asshole, right? And there's a vagina, right? And then there's a urethra. Okay, so that's 3.
So what's the purpose? Like, what do I need to know? Like, what does it do for me? What benefit?
Because you're a human being in 2026 in the Western world, and half of the population is female, and this is very, very basic stuff. You didn't know where a baby grew. Like, do you not like? Would you expect me to not know where your jizz is made?
I know I don't expect you to know that, but if you
You don't expect me to know that.
No. What importance is that you knowing it? Like, what importance is it to me or you? Like, what?
Because there are different people in the world, okay, who have different bodily needs, who have different emotional needs, who have different physical needs, okay, and we need to be aware of other people, especially when it's literally more than half of the 9 billion people on this planet, especially because you have a child, and you've admitted that you fucked before. So you should at least have some idea about these things. And the fact that you are so uncurious is really scary, because it means that if it doesn't directly affect you or your life, you don't care about it.
That's not true. I'm really
And in the Bible, what Ace was talking about earlier, God said in Deuteronomy 22 that if a woman or a girl doesn't bleed the first time she has sex on her wedding night, she gets stoned. Do you think that's right?
What does that have to do with what we were talking about?
What's the prompt say?
No, I'm saying like we was having a conversation. I didn't. What? Like,
We're moving back to it because I can't believe that you're
okay.
this silly. So do you think it's right for someone to get stoned because they didn't bleed on their wedding night?
That's not the point. That's not the reason. It's not because you didn't bleed. It's because you had sex before and you're trying to.
Okay, so I didn't bleed the first time I had sex. So if we had been, so if we were in the pardon?
Were you living in Bible times, or you're a Jew?
It doesn't matter. Do you think that there was a special Hebrew hymen?
I don't know, but it doesn't pertain to you. Like I said, I barely know anything about the.
Okay, let's jump in the Wayback Machine. It's been a week since Moses gave this command. I get married, I have sex, I don't bleed. Should I get stoned?
And you were a virgin?
You, all I can tell you is that I didn't bleed. I tell you I was a virgin,
Okay,
but
so
I didn't bleed. And according to the law, that means I get stoned.
if you were not a virgin, for example, marriage, and in those times, it always says married or virgin. So if you're not a virgin, you shouldn't be getting married.
That's not what it
According
says.
to
That also
the,
shows that you're silly. Do you think that
according
I
to the
should be
Bible.
stoned because I didn't bleed?
If you were a harlot, and according to the Bible, according to that time, yeah, I guess that has nothing to do with the law.
So you think it was fine for someone to get stoned for having had sex?
Yeah, for deception, I guess so. Like I
Why?
said,
You
I don't live
do
in
you
that
think
time now.
do you think the only way a hymen can break is through sexual intimacy?
No, I'm pretty sure a doctor could go in your body and rip it out too, or something like that could happen.
Again, it could get broken by like horseback riding, lifting heavy things, stuff like that.
You
So
could just not be born with it?
Yeah, but if that was the case, then let's say you on a horse and then it breaks. Well, it would be evident that like something went wrong, right?
Women
And
have periods as well. Most women, if their hymen broke, their first thought's not going to be, oh, look, maybe my hymen broke. No, the first thought's going to be, oh, look, I started my period.
well, but as a woman, wouldn't you know that it is a cycle?
Robust, you don't know, it's 2026 and you don't know how many holes females have. Do you think that back then the men are going to know or care anything about a hymen or listen to the women?
I don't know. Probably
You,
not.
okay, so if they don't listen, okay, so my mom says, no, she's a virgin. And I say, no, I was a virgin. And they hand you a stone and they say, God says stoner. Do you throw the stone?
Wait, you saying you are a virgin, or you? Because you told me earlier you were not.
I say I'm a virgin, but there's no blood on the sheet. And
yeah,
if there's no blood on the sheet,
we're in
the
a hypothetical right now.
yeah, and the law says stoner. Do you throw the stone?
According to those times, I guess
Are you okay with that?
if I was in that time, I wouldn't have my mindset now. So I guess yeah, I would be.
No, I'm saying now.
So so we're not in the time machine no more.
Yes, we are in the time machine.
Yes,
You stepped back in the time machine.
if you today went back in time to that time,
Would you throw the stone?
If me today was in the Jewish biblical times, living in a Jewish biblical life, and the law said to stone a woman if she doesn't
Didn't bleed. Are you throwing the stone?
Me today, I would know the law that's in the scriptures.
Robust, listen to me. You and I step into a time machine. Okay? We go back to a week after this law was given. Okay? I get married to someone. They come out and say, she wasn't a virgin. I say, yes, I was. They say, there's no blood on the sheet. And the men of the town look around and go, you know what? You're right. The law says that we have to stone her. And they hand you a stone. Do you throw it at me?
No, I respond to them just like Jesus responded to the Pharisees, I guess.
Okay, and then the men go,
What?
This would have been before Jesus.
No, did you guys hear what? Okay, so this is why I ask you. Always still in the
so
time.
you, hold on, Robust. So are you saying that you're going to look at Moses and at Aaron, and after God had struck down everyone for worshiping the calf and had all the quail come and choke everyone to death because they complained, and you're going to say, I'm not going to stone her? And then Moses says, you have to stone her. It's the law.
And I tell Moses, I know Jesus.
I don't know who Jesus is, Robust. I'm Moses.
I'm saying I would tell Moses that.
And I'm telling you, I'm Moses. Moses says, I don't know who that is.
He does.
You have to listen to God. I mean, Moses says, I don't know who Jesus is.
He knew Jesus.
Moses doesn't know who Jesus is.
He did.
No, he doesn't.
Jesus didn't exist. Jesus is not mentioned in the Hebrew Bible.
The physical Jesus that came on earth, there wasn't, obviously he was not exist because he wasn't born yet, but Jesus always existed. Come on now.
So Moses doesn't know Jesus because Jesus hasn't been born yet, correct?
Not the physical Jesus.
Right now, they are going based off of the laws that were given to them by God. The God they know, the God they believe in.
Which don't change, right?
Correct. So back then, they say, God said to stone her. And you say, no, Jesus said they wouldn't. And Moses goes, I don't know who Jesus is. I'm the Lord's mouthpiece. Go stone her.
Then Moses would have to kill me, I guess. I don't get your point. I'd just say I know Christ because like you said, I'm in the time machine with you, right? We go
Okay,
back.
robust. Okay. I wasn't a virgin. Do you stone me now?
You're not a virgin, and you deceive somebody. I guess so. If I knew you were not a virgin, yeah.
Do you think that's just?
According to the laws, yeah.
No. Do you think it's just?
The question for
In
you.
the time I'm living now, like today in 2026,
No, we're in the Wayback Machine. We
so
jumped in the time machine.
that's why I asked you. If we're way back, like a week after freaking Moses put down the law, and then you were not a virgin, and you went and married a man, and then
Mhm.
like and then you, because like literally the reason why is because like it was deception. So you went out, you married a man because you want to or whatever,
So
right?
because I lied to the man about being a virgin, I deserve to be stoned to death? You think that's just?
Yeah, because deception is not a good thing.
I'm sorry, what?
I said yes, because deception is not good.
So it's justifiable to stone someone for lying and for having sex.
That was in the Jewish times, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
I
God
would-
gave the law. Was God's law just when he
yeah,
gave it?
yes, he did it for
So
men.
so it
Mankind.
was just back then, but it's not just today.
I mean, you tell me. You tell me, lady. If would you be okay with your men
I
sleeping with
will
other women?
say one thing.